My name is Njiru. I'm an advocate of the Court of Kenya. I practice law here in Nairobi with Ndegwa Advocates. We are situated at a house called Woodland Business Park, which is situated at Upper Hill. And of course, my partner is my brother. Yeah, and I'm a litigator. Yeah.
First, maybe what's your opinion concerning the statement by the president that they are going to defy orders from the court?
The statement by Mr. William Ruto is not only unfortunate, it's uncalled for, it's an irresponsible statement that was made by a head of state. It's a statement that was made without putting his full faculties into motion. It's a statement that was made by a person that does not respect the rule of law. It's a reckless statement that was made by a person who would wish to govern by extra constitutional means. And I am not surprised that William Ruto has made that statement, noting that he does not believe in the content of this document, noting that he actually opposed this constitution. So I am not surprised that that is William Ruto, and so you are able to tell where he's coming from. He's coming from a situation whereby he does not understand the tenets of this constitution. He does not believe in the constitution. He has not even read the constitution. If he had read the constitution properly, he would have understood that we have serious separation of powers, and the judiciary is not begging with him to give it a chance. No, we have three arms of government to which advocates belongs, because I'm an officer of the courts, and therefore we are here to stay, not at his mercy, not at his benevolency, but by the benevolency of the people of the Republic of Kenya, because judiciary exercises its power and its mandate that is derived from the sovereignty of the people of Kenya. So we must call him to order, we must speak to him, we must tell him that yes, you never believed in this constitution, but unfortunately it is the constitution that is governing this country. You either shape in or shape out. There is no kind words for him. It is responsible for him to make that kind of a statement. Yeah.
Yeah, those who have termed it as a threat to the judges, and with it being a threat to the judges, what can we expect to happen to our courts?
Unfortunately, Mr. William Ruto is not the employer of our judges. Our judges are employed by an independent institution called the Judicial Service Commission, which is a Chapter 15 commission. We are beyond the eras where a president or a person would intimidate the judges. He's just joking around with the wrong people. Our judges are firm. Our judges cannot be intimidated by one individual. Remember, William Ruto enjoys a tenure of 5 years. The judges enjoys a tenure of up to the age of 70. So when you look at the question of who should intimidate the other, it is the judges who can intimidate Mr. William Ruto and not vice versa. Noting that the tenure of Mr. William Ruto is only 5 years, which is renewable, and the Kenyans will not renew it come 2027 because of the mayhem that he has been able to take through this country. He will come and leave the judges there. The judges will either be removed through the requisite process of their removal, or because of a natural occurrence of death, or because of their retirement. So from the judiciary perspective, we are more permanent, the judiciary is more permanent than him. So who should threaten the other? The judiciary should not feel threatened. It cannot be threatened by him. He is the one who found the judiciary there. It is not the judiciary that found William Ruto. So I don't believe, and I cannot shudder to think that William Ruto can intimidate the judiciary in any way whatsoever. So our judges are put, they are firm, they'll continue pronouncing themselves. They are the defenders of the constitution, they are the defenders of the rule of law, and they are going to defend the rule of law whether William Ruto likes it or not, because they are exercising the sovereignty of the people under Article 1 of the Constitution of Kenya. And therefore, it is a high time that Mr. William Ruto appreciates that we have three independent arms of government. And we are not, the judiciary is not existing at his whims, at his wishes. We are existing by the right that has been bestowed by the Republic of Kenya and the people of Kenya. When I speak we, I'm speaking because I am part of the judiciary, being an officer of the court.
Accusing people like
It's reckless. It's reckless of Mr. William Ruto. it tells you that he does not believe in the rule of law. And threatening people like Kina Omtata, or threatening the Mount Kenya jurists whom we have also gone to court. And by the way, I'm the chairman of the Mount Kenya jurists. We have gone to court to challenge on whether or not the speaker was right in pronouncing Kenya KK as the majority in parliament. We have also gone to court again towards the end of last year to challenge the taxation processes. He's not only threatening us as Kenyans, he's also threatening potential investors, because investors want to have confidence that in case of a dispute arising from the investments, they'll have an independent judicial officer to adjudicate over that matter, and that they will also be allowed by they will also be granted an opportunity to access court. So his threat is a threat that is threatening the existence of Article 48 of the Constitution, which guarantees Kenyans the right to access justice. So his threats, by him threatening the litigants, is threatening and violating the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, and this is a person who is due for impeachment. If our parliament was a parliament that we knew, the parliament of Raila Odinga, the parliament that was there during the days of His Excellency Raila Odinga, the parliament that was there during the times of His Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka, the parliament that was there during the times of Her Excellency Martha Karua, during the times of Orengo, the parliament that was there during the times of the Beard sisters, this guy is a candidate that is due for impeachment. He has already violated the Constitution. Yeah, but because you have a moribund parliament that is read by the extension of parliament through the Speaker of the National Assembly and the Speaker of the Senate, who are affiliates of KK because they are party leaders of their party, one being the party leader of PA and the other one being the party leader of for Kenya, they are in the executive, and therefore the executive is in parliament, then parliament is dead. That is why somebody can have these reckless pronouncements.
You as lawyers, you have indicated that from next week,
yes, yes.
And maybe what can we expect?
We are going to exercise our right to picket under Article 37, and we are inviting them to come with their bulldozers. We are inviting them to come with their water cannons. We are inviting them to come with their tear gases. We are also inviting them to unleash the police brutality that they may imagine. But they are not going to silence us. We are hitting to the road. We are responding to the call by the president of the LSK, Mr. Theuri, who is also a candidate for the Judicial Service Commission. And we are going to respond to defend the rule of law. We are going to respond to defend our constitutionalism. We are going to respond to defend the place of the judiciary in this country. To tell Mr. William Ruto that we are not begging we are not begging you that we may exist. It's either you shape in or you shape out. It is William Ruto who came to ask for a job from us. It is not us who invited him to ask for a job. So we are not scared. We are hitting the road on next week, as and when the whistle is blown by Mr. Theuri, the president of the LSK, and the candidate for the Judicial Service Commission, and a worthy candidate. So we are going to hit the road. We are going to fall and heed that call, because we must defend this democracy. We are not going to allow ourselves to go back to where we have come from. We shall defend the gains that we have made with our blood. We'll defend the gains that we have made, irrespective of Mr. William Ruto holding the sword. He can slash our necks if he so wishes, because he has given us those threats. But there's no one who is not mortal. We are all immortal. We are all mortal men. He's not immortal. Even his time will come and go. So we are going to hit the road. We are going to hit the road to demonstrate to him that we have a new constitution. We are going to hit the road upon the call by Mr. Theuri to demonstrate to him that we have a rule of law that we must respect. We are going to hit the road to demonstrate to Mr. William Ruto that the Constitution is the supreme. We are going to hit the road to demonstrate to him that we have independent institutions in this country, and that we have a clear separation of power in this country, and that the separation of power calls for checks and balances, and that the judiciary is exercising its mandate to check on the arbitrariness, Mr. William Ruto. And therefore we shall hit the road. We shall hit the road to tell the Kenyans that time has come for them to rise up and defend their constitution. We shall hit the road to invite all and sundry who may think as we so think, those who have the meeting of the mind, that we are going to defend our democracy, that we are going to defend our constitution, that we are going to defend this constitution for our own use and for the posterity and the use of the future generation, we shall hit the road. And I assure him, we shall hit the road.
What would be your call to the National Assembly? That is, you're saying that is, if it would be like the one of before, could be current impeaching President William Ruto.
Yeah. My message to the legislature is that they must also understand that they are not part of the executive. It is an independent institution with 3 mandates to represent, to oversight, and to legislate. And that is why Mr. William Ruto again demonstrates his inability to understand the constitution. Because he has created an imaginary group called the opposition. In our constitutional architecture, we don't have the opposition. It is the majority and the minority, and Mr. William Ruto must understand that. And the constitution has not granted the minority an opportunity or an avenue of presenting alternative views or policies in parliament. That would have been a situation that would have been created if we had the office of the majority in parliament, because we would be having a shadow cabinet. As per now, the legislature is not created in a manner where the minority can provide the alternative. Our responsibility as Azimio in parliament is to check on your arbitrariness, is to oversight you, Mr. William Ruto, is to tell you that you are wrong as and when you are wrong. That is our responsibility. Our responsibility, and it is joined at the hips with the responsibility of the majority, is to check on you. Had you not bribed the majority in parliament, had you not compromised them in parliament, they would also be speaking as Azimio, because we have 3 major responsibilities: oversight, representation, and legislations. There is no distinct responsibility of the majority and the minority in parliament, and that demonstrates his inability to comprehend this constitution. Because if he had comprehended this constitution, he would not be telling us that we should be giving him alternative solutions. Why does he want alternative from we people in the minority? I think he came to power saying that he has a solution for this country. What has happened to to those solutions that is now calling for alternatives? And by the way, as we sum up, if his madness to implement the housing project has been stayed by the court, I mean, that was not the only promise that he gave. He has a litany of other promises that he can begin to operationalize, including giving diapers to the newborns. Why can't he operationalize that one, as he allows the judiciary to sort out this mess? He has a litany of promises. This was not on his pet promise. He had the promise to revive and revitalize the economy. This is not the only avenue that can revitalize the economy. So we are telling him, we are not shaping out. It's for him to shape in and respect the constitution.
Is this a wake-up call to Kenyans?
Kenyans are alert. They're already awake. We are waiting for the 20th. We are waiting for the 2nd Tuesday of August of 2027 to demonstrate our displeasure, our discontentment, our dissatisfaction, our disconnection with this regime. And we shall demonstrate that by making sure that this guy becomes a one-term president.